Okay, now we're on stage 3 in this process, so what is happening here?
In stage 3, this is where we're now going to enclose the pressure vessel with our front and rear smoke box area. So that would incorporate the frame, the davit, doors, all the refractory. Here you can see we've already staged the anchoring for the refractory that'll go in this rear part of the boiler. Also, at times too, the PULSELINE number 2 and 3, we will do our first hydro for the pressure vessel to make sure everything is sealed, whether it's tubes, whether it's our connections, everything to that boiler, as part of the pressure vessel.
Okay. As far as the refractory, that's all gets poured in?
It's poured. We actually have frame models that we use that will incorporate in here, and they'll pour it from the top, okay? And actually go in and they'll bead that in, put a beader in there to vibrate that and make sure we take care of all the void pockets so everything is nice and full, no gaps whatsoever with that process. When it cures, then we're able to pull that frame off and see a final product with the refractory.
So probably something that people would want to know is the refractory. Okay, why is it even needed?
On a dry bag boiler, it's the heat barrier to protect the raw material of the pressure vessel. Okay, we're trying to keep that high temp, because when it's coming out of this end of the furnace, you're talking 2,000 degrees. That's coming to the end of this, what we call a turnaround section of our rear smoke box. So that reverses the flame into that. So it's critical on a dry bag boiler to have a good refractory that can withhold and keep that temperature away from that raw plate and keep it inside the boiler on into the tube.
And the door also has refractory on it as well.
Will also be fully refractory backed.
So we've come around to the front of the boiler, and there's a few things you want to touch on this.
Yeah, with a trailer type unit, we were able to help establish a nice outlet for the boiler. Typically on a regular fire tube boiler, you would see the flue gas outlet on the top center, 12 o'clock, on top of the boiler. But on this unit, we needed an exit to the side of the trailer to where you can now attach to a stack to allow the flue gas to leave the boiler safely.
So pretty flexible on when you guys are building boilers, if you needed to stack over here.
Absolutely.
You can do that.
Yeah, with all besides our standard fire tube products, we also build HRSG, waste heat recovery units. Those are all custom designed specifically for that application, which we don't try to utilize a standard boiler for a waste heat recovery because we realize it's specific for its actual condition. So that's one thing that we're very strong in. Our depth with our thermal group is very, very good. So we're able to create, non-standard, non-typical type designs to satisfy a customer need. This section here will be a 1-inch insulation that we'll put in. Okay. We encapsulate that or encase that insulation. The old days, we used to use a wonderful product called rigidizer. It's either spray it on or roll it on. Well, sometimes you get a nice even coat. It'll last for a while, maybe a year if you're lucky. Sure. But with flue gas velocity, it's amazing how that will erode that important insulation, because if that is gone, gets blown out your outlet, you have nothing protecting that raw material. So that flue gas stream will cut that material like a cutting torch over time. So with that little thin 1-inch or thin wall metal sheet that we put across that, it just protects that insulation throughout its operation without any concern. Victory, we do fully insulate our boilers with a stainless steel lagging as well. I think very proud of our product. It's a very beautiful, well-finished product, and we're glad that we're able to provide that in all of our products.
No, definitely very, very good looking, and something that we really like in our rental boilers, having that stainless jacket.
Don't have to worry about it. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Well, let's move on to stage 4.
Stage 4.